Welcome to Mogul Magazine. We are live here in New York City. So, Gentry, can you tell us what can we look forward to today?
Today we have 10 dancers from the company presenting a work entitled Fetus. We've divided this work in 6 parts for the takeover. It's a site-specific installation work. The work explores ideas of spring as well as decay.
Okay. And what gave you the idea for this piece in particular?
Well, this idea was spawned by a piece that will be done, a duet that's done by Lil and Lukash, and it's a piece entitled Reverie. And when we presented this work at Harlem Arts Festival White Box for the Young Patron session, we projected this with the images of this fetus, of this stillborn baby which was aborted, and you could still feel the energy of the heart beating. So I took this image and then continued to develop this image of life and death all in the palm of our hands. And so we have developed 5 other works to sort of reflect that idea. So Fetus is an extension from Reverie, which was inspired by projection art and so forth.
One of the things I appreciate about speaking to you is that you shared with me that you also engage your artists as far as the creation process. Can you tell us about that?
The creative process is very collaborative. Mostly the dancers and I, we play around together, we work on an idea, we use a lot of metaphors, and we begin to develop material. Often we begin through improvisations that are filmed, and then we let that rest, and then another day we revisit these improvisations, whether we learn them in reverse, or we learn them in segments, and we teach them to someone else, and from there sometimes that becomes some sort of partnering, and we develop it as such. The dancers that I work with, they're really smart. They learn material like this, like very quick, and they're so intuitive, and we're collectively we are growing to develop an aesthetic and a language, which is really nice, and it speeds along the creative process.
Do you feel that ZEST Collective is growing in a way that you would like for it to grow in terms of the artistry development?
Yeah, I think it's growing so beautifully. I think there's a lot of trust with the dancers between us. Often we work with very limited time, very limited budget, but their enthusiasm is so large and so rewarding that we're able to move forward and create really dynamic work. Also, this work, we were able to be a part of this program because ZEST Artistic Advisor, his name is Malcolm Lowe, his company is Formal Structure. They were performing at eMove 16, and as part of the program, they have to invite young emerging choreographers. So today, there are 9 choreographers here at the Takeover, which have been invited by more established artists that presented work at eMove 16.
I noticed you had a guitarist. Can you just tell us about the whole field that you wanted to include in?
I enjoy the challenges that come along with it, with the dancers, never hearing the music, the musician never really seeing the dance, and sort of it all coming together, sort of it, melting and creating a really significant magic. And I think it's very rewarding for the dancers as well as the audience, and this is what I like to continue to share. I think oftentimes if there's music that is already set, that's sort of limiting, and if there is music that can be created, that opens up a world of possibilities. I want to continue with this idea of collaboration. I want to engage with a ton of different people and a ton of different artists, and just continue to discover what amazing things are possible.
Okay, thank you.
I want to first and foremost thank Malcolm Lowe, the director of Formal Structure, for being ZEST Artistic Advisor and spotlighting us for this wonderful opportunity to present our work at the Takeover. Mr. Malcolm Lowe has been my friend and my mentor for some years, and I've learned about his choreographic procedures, and he's taught me a whole lot about grant writing and rehearsal space rentals, and I am thankful for him great deal. I also like to thank Dance Mogul Magazine for continuing to be a proud supporter of our organization and helping us develop.
Thank you for that. And one last final word. What would you like to say to the dancers in terms of, I know you mentioned it earlier, but as far as, how you feel about working with them and, the work is just so gracious and just beautiful and I see the collective energy. What would you like for them to know as far as your appreciation for them when they watch this video?
Well, I want the dancers to know that I am just overjoyed every day. I think most days I work my other jobs and I come into the rehearsal late in the evening, and this is sort of a celebration for me. It sort of makes me feel alive to work with them. I'm just forever grateful. I'm so thankful for their beautiful, unique energy, and for them riding the energy of this wave and riding the enthusiasm to help bring our stories to life so that we can celebrate with the world and just continue to share.
Well, I just wanted to bring the interview to an end now because I know you have to get back in there and just make sure that everything is okay. We would like to thank you from the staff of Dance Mogul Magazine for the work that you do and continue to do. We'd like to thank you for all of your great leadership. We see, all of the different pieces and performances that you lead and bring to the front. And we're just thankful that we have individuals such as yourself that's out here that's trying to make a difference in the arts, and we want to thank you publicly for that.
All right.
Thank you very much.